Good morning friends, welcome back to Panika Tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss what is a recursion, what is a recursive function, and also I will discuss one C program related to recursive function so that you will understand the concept in a better way. In the last few lectures, we have discussed what is a function, syntax for function declaration, definition and function calling, and also I discussed some examples to make you understand the concept in a better way. I hope you have watched those lectures. If you did not listen to those lectures or if you don't know what is a function and related concepts, I request you to go back and watch those videos and come back to this video. Now, I want to discuss one important point. Already I have discussed in the previous lecture, but let me discuss the point again. Then I will discuss what is a recursive function. A function can call another function. When we written some programs, we have a main function. Inside the main function, we have called another function. Am I right? Let me discuss that point. Then I will discuss what is a recursive function. Let's take that I have a main function int main, which is a predefined function, and I have some statements called s1, s2, s3. Then I have a statement called add function. Okay. Now this is the function call for the function called add. Okay, and I have some statements called s4, s5, and I'm closing this function. Now I have the function definition called add. Okay, so you have a return type. As this function does not return any return value, so I have specified the keyword here as void, which is a return type, specifies that this function does not return anything. Okay, and add is the name of the function. And we have the parameters. As this function is not taking any parameters, so I does not specify the parameters. And similarly here you have some statements, and then you have another function called sub. Okay, and you have again some statements. Now the function definition for the function called sub, you have written the return type as void, and the name of the function is sub, and you have some statements, and you have closed the function. Now what will happen is that, anyway, see, before using these function definitions, I need to declare them. Those things I am not looking at now. Okay, now main function, you already know that the C program starts with the main function, which is a predefined function. Okay, now once the main function is started, it will start to execute the statements which are there in this main function. Statement s1 will be executed, s2 executed, s3 executed. Then you have the function called add, which is a user defined function. How the compiler comes to know that it is a user defined function? Based on the function declaration. Okay, so once the function declaration is there, the function calling is there, the control will go to the function definition. Okay, so main function is calling a function called add. Now it will go to the function definition of the add function, and it will execute the statements which are there. Inside the add function, there is a function called sub. So you are calling a function called sub, which is a user defined function. So again the control will go to function called sub. Okay, function definition. Now inside the function definition, what are the statements are there? All these statements will be executed. Once these statements are executed, the control will come back to this one. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? The control will come back. If you have some return statement, it will be executed. In this case, as there is no return type, it will execute the remaining statements. Okay, once these remaining statements are executed, the control will come back and it will execute the remaining statements. So what I want to specify the point here is that a function can call another function. Main function is calling a function called add function is calling another function called sub is doing some task. So it will start executing the statements, then the control will go to the add function, it will execute the statements, and the control will go back to the sub and it will execute the statements, it will come back. Like that it will work. Now you can ask me, what is a recursive function? A function calls itself is called as a recursive function. Suppose let's take that I am calling someone. That is normal function call. Jagadish is calling Ravi. That is a normal function call. If Jagadish is calling itself, is it clear? Then we will call it as a recursive function. Suppose add is a function. If it is calling add itself, let's take that instead of sub here, the add function is calling itself. Then this function we will call it as a recursive function. Are you able to understand? Now the control, how it will execute, lot of students may have the doubt. Okay. Let me discuss further. Now this add function is calling itself. Now it will execute the statements. Am I right? Then again the control is calling the add function. So again the control will go to the add function and again it will execute these things. And then again function call, again it will go. So it will be in the loop unless until you provide some base condition or a termination condition. Otherwise what will happen? The function, main function is called the add function. Now inside the add function you have certain statements and again you are calling an add function. So it will execute the statements, again the control will go back to this function definition, again it will execute, again it will go, again it will execute. So it will never end. So if you need to terminate it, you need to provide the base condition or the termination condition. I hope you have understood what is a recursive function. A recursive function is a function which calls itself. That technique we will call it as a recursion. Is it clear? A technique where a function calls itself is called as a recursive function. That technique we will call it as a recursion. Okay? Please don't confuse with the word called recursive function and recursion. Now let me discuss one program related to the recursive function so that you will understand the concept in a better way. So I want to discuss a C program to find the sum of first n natural numbers using the recursive function. Okay. Already we have written that same program using normally. Now I want to write the same program using recursive function. Okay. So what I want to do is that I want to find the sum of first n natural numbers. Suppose let's take that user has provided the n value is equal to 3. I want to compute 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is what? 6. Suppose user has provided the value 5. I want to compute the sum of first 5 numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to how much? 6, 10, 15. So this is the task I want to do. Okay. Now let me do it for you. So I need to use the header file called hash include stdio.h. Now I need to declare the functions whatever I am using. So my function should return an integer value. So I am specifying the return type as int. And the name of the function I am specifying here is sum. And it will take some integer value. So I am specifying the what you call the parameter as int. Okay. Now I am writing the main function int main. Okay. Then I am declaring the variables. What are the variables are required? I need int n result. Okay. Is it clear? First I will ask the user to enter the number. So printf enter a positive number. Enter a positive number \n. So it will be displayed as an output in the console. Then user will enter some positive number. That value I need to read and I need to store it in the address location of n. Now user is reading the integer value. So that's why I'm using a format specifier called %d and I need to store it in the address of variable n. Okay. Now once the user has entered some value, it will be stored in the variable n. Now I need to write the statement called result is equal to sum of n. Now this is the function calling. Sum is a user defined function. So you are calling that function and you are passing a one variable or one parameter called n. And then whatever the result you are getting, you want to display it. So printf is a predefined function. It will display the output. So printf the sum is okay %d result. All these things you know it. Now then, as I need to return some integer value, so I'm writing return 0 and I'm closing this function. So I am done with the main function. Now the main task is that the user defined function definition, which is sum. So I need to define it. How can I define it? I need to specify the return type. Whatever the return type you are using in the function declaration, the same return type you should specify. So which is int, and the name of the function should also be same, and whatever the variable. Suppose let's take that I am taking n. Now look at this one. The return type should be same and the name should be same. How many parameters it is taking? One parameter. So you are taking one parameter, which is an integer. And the function calling, here you are calling a function called sum. So the names in the declaration, function calling, and the function definition should be same. Okay, and the number of parameters and the order also should be same. Now the main task is that how to perform the sum of first n natural numbers using the recursive function. Now I will check. If n not equal to 0, then what I will do, I will write a statement called return n plus sum of n minus 1. Okay, this whole one I will return. Okay, else I will return the value 0. Okay, is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? So this is the my function. Now look at what is happening. Let me take some value. User has entered the n value is equal to 3. Okay, n the user has entered as 3. Now what this value will pass? It is passing the value which is there in the variable n. What is the value is there? 3. So this function main is calling another function called sum, and it is passing the value is 3. Now you need to look at the function definition called sum. So the control will come to this statement. Okay, now the value will become as n is equal to 3 here. Okay, are you able to understand? This is the actual parameter and this is a formal parameter. No need to have different names for the actual parameter and formal parameter. You can use the same name also. Is it clear? Because these are the local variables. Okay, so now n not equal to 0 or not, we are checking. What is the n value here? 3. Whether 3 is equal to 0? No, 3 is not equal to 0. So this condition is true. If this condition is true, what are the statements which are there in the if block will be executed? As there is a single statement, you can avoid writing this curly braces. For your understanding, I have written the curly braces. Now what is the statement is there? Return n plus sum of n minus 1. Okay, so n value is what? 3 plus sum is the function calling n minus 1. N minus 1 is what? 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. So this function call is again calling a function called sum. So where is that function calling sum? Here it is there. Where is the function definition? It is. So again the control will go here. Okay, now you look at what is the n value. Because the n is passing it as 2, so now the n value will become 2. Okay, now again you will check the condition. N not equal to 0. What is the n value? N value is 2. 2 is not equal to 0. So again the condition is true. Again if the condition is true, what it will do? Return n plus sum of n minus 1. So this function, okay, is doing n plus sum of n minus 1. So which is nothing but 2 plus sum of 1. Are you able to understand it or not? Now what will be the n value? N value will become 1. Okay, now n value is 1. So again you are checking the condition, 1 not equal to 0. So again this condition is true. So again it will be written n plus sum of n minus 1. So this is calling 1 plus sum of 1 minus 1, which is 0. Now again you are going here with the n value is 0. So now the n value is equal to 0. Now check this condition, 0 not equal to 0. Whether 0 is not equal to 0? No, 0 is equal to 0. So this condition is failed. If this condition is failed, what are the statements in the else block will be executed? What is the statement which is there in the else block? Return 0. So this function is returning a value called 0. Are you able to understand what is the function? Sum of 0. Now look at what will happen. Okay. Now you have 1 plus 0. So here you will get value 1. Is it clear? Because this function is returning 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. That value you need to return to this function. Is it clear? So this function will come here and it will return the value 1. So 2 plus 1, which is 3. So 3 value will be returned to this function called sum of 2. Okay. Now 3 plus 3, which is value is 6. So this program will give you the output as 6. So sum of first 3 natural numbers is 6 only, and even our program is giving the output as 6. So I hope you have understood how to write a C program to find the sum of first n natural numbers using the recursive function. If you have any doubts related to what is recursion, what is a recursion function, and related to this program, you can ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.